Hey guys, now what I'm going to go through now is I'm going to go through some Kaizen questions. Now these Kaizen questions are really important, especially in the initial Kickstarter call, because obviously we see the life through our own filtering system where we know that we can create whatever change that we want. However, quite often the clients that are going to come through with a Kickstarter, man, we can't even think that we can socialize, or they can't even begin to comprehend, seven figures, the body of their dreams, the life of their dreams, freedom, abundance, because they're not there yet. So I guess the big question is, how do you eat an elephant in bite-sized pieces? It's the same as this on the Kickstarter. So to eradicate overwhelm and self-doubt, we start with small progressive steps of growth. For example, a client who values certainty, comfort, and safe, they're going to be unfamiliar and uncomfortable with huge growth predictions and action plans. So we need to make sure that we just bring it down to their level where they're currently operating, because that allows us to eradicate overwhelm and this crazy ass belief. Because if we're starting to go, oh yeah, you will have seven figures, you're going to have the life of your dreams, the body of your dreams, the partner of your dreams, like life's going to be great. They're going, you're fucking right, as if I am. Like, look where I'm at now. That's not achievable. Like, you guys are so way off. And what that does, that creates more overwhelm, more frustration, and even more self-doubt, because they're differentiating what we're talking about from where they're at, and they're like, the gap's too huge, so they can't see it. So the purpose of this Kaizen questions here is to really get your client on the Kickstarter to realize their potential. And what this does is it means you need to break it down into small progressive steps, because each and every day we know that we take small progressive steps, we can actually achieve that. We can comprehend doing that, and we can actually do it. We can get rewarded for that. Each and every day we do this, we all win over the long run. So it's really important that we break it down. And Kaizen questions are good, especially on the Kickstarter. So some of the examples of the questions here. You can say to your client, what is one thing that you could do today that makes sure we're progressing to where you would love to be in 12 months' time? And then they question one thing, or they give you one answer. What's one more thing? What's another small step that we can implement right here, right now? Like on this phone call, tell me one small step that you can implement today, which means that you're growing. Because then we just need to build on that momentum. All of a sudden, you do one small step each day or each second day. That's 3 steps a week. You're like 50 steps away from the life of your dreams. Therefore, what you've done is you've contextualized it. You've brought it back to the here and now. You're giving them a roadmap. You're at step 3. There's only 47 to go. They can see the growth, and that's where it's really, really important. Asking questions. What would make this fun for everyone? How's your life going to be different as a result? Who do you want to share this memory with? How can we approach this so everyone can participate? How could you do this differently? What's one more thing? And we always strive for more. What's one more thing? What's one more thing that could move you closer to your desired outcome? Is this something you want to move on? What's something else you can do? We keep doing these small, small steps. And what this means is that is something that empowers them. And then you say to them at the end of the phone call, before your discovery session, I want you to implement in the next 24 hours 2 of these small steps. What are 2 small steps today that you can do? And when you do that, I want you to message me. Tell me, hey, I did it. I did the small steps. And then you reply, awesome, man, great work. Because for them, this is huge. We're going to take it back to where they're at. We need to really make it real for them, because this is their life. So Kaizen questions are really cool, man. As I said, how do you eat an elephant in bite-sized pieces? How do these people live their best version and rock a fucking abundant life? It's through taking the small steps, the small progressive steps now. If they do 1 or 2 of these things in the next 24 hours that you've gone through with them, then you know what? That's probably the biggest growth a lot of these guys have had in years. With growth comes empowerment. With empowerment comes confidence. With confidence, they're starting to eradicate doubt. Now they've built momentum. They can say, okay, once you do these 2 steps, man, that means your discovery session, you are so ready and right for that, because you're actually taking proactive steps right here, right now. The discovery session is going to take your steps to the next level. That's how this process works. So Kaizen questions are really good to eradicate overwhelm and stress on the initial Kickstarter session, and it's something small and progressive. All right, so start to work in with this. Give your clients a roadmap. You know what? This could take 40 steps for the life of your dreams, your abundant you, whatever it might be. We need to take the first 2. The first 2 is just writing an affirmation. I will commit to this journey with this process. Text it to me, whatever it might be. You come up with it. You're in the moment with the clients. You come up with what questions works best. But use Kaizen questions. It's really, really effective. And rock and roll.